Hey man, I bet you thought all those pills you were taking were doing you good. Well, you're wrong, you stupid idiot. In the last decade, the use of prescription drugs has become a regular part of life for millions of Americans. Advertising for prescription drugs constantly encourages patients to ask your doctor about the latest medication. The pharmaceutical industry includes some of the biggest corporations in the world, companies such as GlaxoSmithKline, Johnson & Johnson, and others. In 2004, Big Pharma generated $550 billion in combined global sales. In the U.S., most of Big Pharma's profits come from the sales of prescription medications. Traditionally, pharmaceutical companies have directed most of their profitable efforts at health professionals, but in recent years, they are also using more and more direct-to-consumer (DTC) advertising to target patients directly. From 96 to 04, spending on DTC advertising rose over 500% to over $4 billion a year. That's a lot of dollars, man. In the face of this intensive marketing campaign, citizens must ask how this powerful industry is affecting how we think about our health. I think it's pretty bad.
The Cool News Team presents a discussion about media. There's no denying that media has an effect on people, has the power to affect how people think. And as the amount of media in this world grows, the more people are affected by it. People look for things to connect to and identify with when watching TV or browsing the internet, though this is mostly subconscious, so you probably think that you don't do this. These connections between people and the media affect us all, and they make us think differently. For example, it's because of all of these ads that show and depict skinny female models and jacked up, buff male models that make tons of people not like how they look. These connections between the media and people dictate what life should be like to a person, and this is especially true with young children. It's why so many kids nowadays grow up expecting the same life because it's dictated on family comedies that they see on the Family Channel. When all the media shows is exaggerated figures and models 24/7, kids expect to be like that when they grow up, and when they don't grow up like that, it only affects them for the worse. Of course, the media has many good values, but it can also seriously impact a person's psyche for the worst.
James Bond. Everyone loves James Bond. What a wonderful man. Today I will be reviewing Tomorrow Never Dies, 1997ist of all the James Bond movies. It stars Pierce Brosnan versus an evil Steve Jobs, who have to fight it out for world-saving / world domination. Guess who wins, James Bond? I really didn't like this movie. It was kind of boring. I'd rather kind of watch something, like, better. But, yeah.
We now take a moment to update you on the Ottawa shootings. For those unaware, on October 22, 2014, around 10 a.m., Michael Zehaf-Babot fatally shot Corporal Nathan Cirillo at close range at the National War Memorial. He then drove to the Centre Block Parliament building where the Conservative and NDP parties were holding caucus. After an exchange of gunfire, Zehaf-Babot was shot down by Sergeant-at-Arms Kevin Vickers. Reports came out later claiming that Zehaf-Babot was radicalized and had wanted to travel to the Middle East, assumedly to fight alongside ISIS. Further reports claimed that Zehaf-Babot was actually mentally ill. Whether or not mental illness or radicalization caused this horrific incident is currently unknown, but is being investigated by the RCMP. According to the RCMP, a video of Zehaf-Babot is now being investigated. This attack shows that Canada is not immune to the violence and terrorism seen in other countries, despite common belief.
Oh hey, the Cool News Team today has 3 special guests to interview from the Movie Network. I hope you enjoy yourself.
Our first special guest today is Howard Beale. Tell us, Howard, how do you feel about your movie network?
I'm bad as hell, and I'm not going to take it.
Our second special guest today is Max Schumacher. Tell us, Max, how do you feel about the movie network?
I'm very horrified on what happened to Howard, and I hope Diana the very best in her future endeavors.
Our third special guest here today is Diana Christensen. Tell us, Diana, what do you feel about your new movie network?
I can give you the best ratings. You're going to be a blockbuster.
Hello, and welcome to the Cool News Team's discussion of the great newsmen in history, with special guest star David Christopher Schoen.
I'll start off by doing Herbert Morrison. Herbert Morrison is most famous for his coverage of the Hindenburg disaster, which happened on May 6, 1937, where he, despite the horrendous tragedy unfolding, was able to keep his composure and continue the broadcast. He's most known for his line, "Oh, the humanity."
Alright. Most famous for the line, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore," in the fictional movie Network, the character of Howard Beale shows off how much influence one man on a TV can have. He drove masses of people in New York to shout his lines of madness outside of their windows after just 10 minutes of airtime.
Anderson Cooper, despite being well known as being the host of his own talk show, he's also a news actor on CNN. He landed his first job as an anchor after capturing footage of the turmoil that was going on in Southeast Asia.
You heard it from the source.
The Cool News Team presents Cooking with David.
Woo! Yeah! Woo!
Welcome to my cooking show. Today we will be making a sandwich.
Woo!
The components of a sandwich include bread,
Woo!
meat,
Woo!
cheese,
Oh yeah!
and sauce for an extra kick.
Oh!
Step 1. Apply the sauce to the bread.
Oh.
Opening the sauce helps.
Oh.
That'll work.
Oh.
Step 2. The cheese can double as a spreading knife.
Ah,
Oh man.
he's the best, isn't he?
Step
So
3.
great.
The meat. Apply the meat to the sandwich.
You're my hero.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
Now, this is the best part. You take the one piece of bread,
Oh my god.
you put it on top.
Nobel Sandwich Prize.
That's a good sandwich.
Legendary.
Oh my god. In Grand Theft Auto 4, the story revolves around a no-good immigrant coming to America, bowling with his cousins, and stirring up a whole batch of shenanigans all across the city. The game has a huge open world filled with drugs, sex, and violence, just like real America. Top-of-the-line graphics showcase each and every detail in the faces and environment of this blockbuster title. You can beat up men, you can shoot guys, best yet, you can go bowling. You can get in gang fights, you can hit people with your car, you can shoot men, but best of all, the game teaches a valuable lesson about life, love, and loss.
Hello, Spencer Taylor here with the Cool News Team news. I'm here in Bolton today, reporting on the most infamous serial killer in all of Bolton history. His name is Con Man Conrad, the most murderous man in all of history.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. Now, we're reporting on the Bolton serial killer, as my good pal Spencer just said, that the Bolton serial killer is noted for his disgusting, gruesome ways of dismantling bodies. The first victim he had in 1867 was named Carl Denreiser.
Guys, is that him? So, what do you think about the Bolton murderers, sir?
Well, I mean, like, he's not that bad. I don't know why people say he's such a horrible person. Like, in my opinion, he's perfectly perfect.
But he's one of the biggest murderers in Canada, in the world.
Yeah. So he's good at what he does. I guess he's just a professional, perfectionist.
Really, sir? Are you serious? Are you? Oh my God!
Hello, sir. I'm from Cool News Team. I just want to know your opinions on the Bolton murderer. What do you think about him? How's the guy? And how does it affect your life as a Bolton citizen?
Well, like, everyone lately has been, like, complaining about him because, like, all of his murders, but I think he's a cool dude. I think, like, the world population is getting way too high. It needs to be taken control of. And he's the only vigilante out here that wants to take care of things. He's just trying to save the world, man. He's a good guy.
You know what? You heard it from the source. Thank you, mister. I appreciate your time. You're a great man.
I'm also the murderer.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Audience, this is literally the coolest thing ever. Here at Super Cool News Team, we are blessed with the presence of Whoopi Goldberg from legendary art rock band Soggy Biscuit. Audience, can I have some cheers? They're going wild here at the Cool News Studios. Now, Whoopi Goldberg, play some music.